Sometimes I wish you were a puppet and I could control your strings. You do so much that I adore, then you do other things. I can't live this way, never knowing what I'll get. So I guess what I'm saying is that I really quit. You do this and then suddenly you're that. I can't miss if I tried, and then you just knock me flat. I wish that things were different, but you're not. Why would I let you bind into pieces of me rot? Goodbye. I hope it's good somehow. Goodbye. If not, I'm leaving anyhow. The best thing would be to go back in time so we never met. Second best is leaving you and dealing with regret. Part of growing wise is knowing when it's really through. Another part is choosing what's the next best thing to do. Goodbye. I hope it's good somehow. Goodbye. If not, I'm leaving anyhow. Just 'cause it isn't all bad doesn't mean it wasn't bad. Just 'cause I wasn't always sad doesn't mean I wasn't sad. If you would just control yourself when you get super mad, but you couldn't and you didn't, so the past is all we had. Goodbye. I hope it's good somehow. Goodbye. If not, I'm leaving anyhow. Leaving anyhow. Leaving anyhow. Goodbye. Leaving anyhow. The future of me no longer has a you. A series of tomorrows will be me just getting through. And if I'm lucky, I'll forget everything we used to do. Now I hope you get the help you need and your next true love is true. Goodbye. I mean, I hope it's true somehow. Goodbye. If not, I'm leaving anyhow. Hello, hello. Why am I not tracking? Weird. Hello. That's better. I forgot to click the other button. Okay. I am going to relax today and play some palworld. I'm having like a super stressful stress related to like figuring out every little thing and all the little stuff you gotta look into for when you're going to be moving, and I'm really stressed about it, and I just want to chill and play and just focus on that for now, because all the ruminating I'm doing is doing nothing but just making me more stressed, and I don't know why my brain works that way, but it does, and I'm trying to wrestle with it. You got a PS5 update for GTA 5, that it was almost full price, and now it's free. And now you have the updated version. Let's go. Way to go. That's always exciting when something like that happens. Like if you just don't need something right away and you can wait for it and then you get it for free. Heck yeah. Oh, Mercy, thank you. I'm receiving it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cece. Happy Wednesday. I already feel so much better because I know I have one job right now, and that job is play palworld and chat and have fun. Literally the best job in the world. The best task, I should say. The most focused. We're so lucky to be alive is another thing I've been vacillating between. Like, oh, I'm so stressed. I'm so lucky to be alive. I'm so stressed. I'm so lucky to be alive. Like, oh. Thank you for the healing potion. Thank you. I think that one went right into my mouth. Yum. Yum. I know no feeling lasts forever, and this will be past, and I'll be like, oh, I'm so glad everything happened the way that it did because it all worked out perfect. But when I'm in ruminating mode, it doesn't seem like that's even possible, and then I just start getting like the downward spiral. Palworld. I have so many games I want to play someday. Oh my god. Every time I look up a game and I see like all the bar filled with games, I don't even remember what they are unless I click on them. Do. Oh, let me just not show this for a second. That would be bad. I have to practice super safe server hygiene. I remember this used to give me like the biggest adrenaline rush, because I'd be like, I'm gonna mess up this for everyone in review. And so I made good habits right from the start, and I pray that I never have one of those forgetful moments. I know you're all safe and trustworthy people, but I have to prepare for the day when that's not always the case. And then literally most of the servers are blurred out, but some of them aren't in some games, and I can never remember which ones do or don't. So I have to pretend they all do. Whoa, what the heck was that? Oh, it must be in the game. Let me check. One monitor. Okay. I am in the game. Now you can see me. And I'll move to the side. I just have to make sure in life I put things in my muscle memory, because my working memory, or whatever that's called, it does different memories sometimes. Like it's got different profiles. Hello, Doc. I'm feeling much better now that I'm just here doing this. But I'll tell you, I got the overthinking stress today, and now I'm just seeing brain sparkles and purple flowers, and everything's gonna work out. It feels so nice. Ba ba da 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 da. I always worry that like someone will be tricked by a bot from like one of the places I'm at, so I try to be ultra vigilant. But yeah, they are easy to ban, and it's important to practice good quick banning. Even if you're not positive, it's better to ban first and ask questions later, because you don't want someone to get scammed on your watch. Thank you for the 5 stream streak. Oh yeah, look at this. We got all this stuff happening right now. That's such a waterfall of achievements. I think I will go to the right. Chibi's a gatekeeper and doesn't let any of the mix-it-up things go through. What kind of salad dressing is it, as Blorby? Oh, rush hour's trust increased to 4. I don't know why. It must have leveled up while it was hanging out here. Oh, that reminds me. I want to switch my pets. Okay, so I gotta make sure I keep this guy. But I don't need to have my Grintail yet. Oops, that just sort of like put that guy in there. You know, I wish I hadn't done that because I kind of just don't have a pet that I even want to take its place. I love the Cheshire Cat look of the Grintail. You got a book you can't read? You can look at the pictures. That's the most coolest book of all. Super mysterious. Cece! Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Palworld is really enjoyable. I don't know super a lot about Pokemon, so I don't have tons of things to make the comparisons for, but from the experience of someone who's pretty Pokemon ignorant, it's been super fun, like doing all the Pokemon stuff. I think you told me what that was before, Maddens, but for some reason I think it's a donut. And I'm like, you're putting French dressing on a donut. That's what my brain stops at. And it's like, yep, you've got the mystery solved. Whoa, look how much milk there is. We're gonna make fried eggs for our pals. I don't know what pal is gonna come around and help do this. They're all sleeping right now, but sometimes my pals surprise me and they do a lot of work while I'm gone. It's a type of kebab? Oh, thank you. A type of kebab. One thing I'm going to do right now is some slow playing. So I'm going to play in the way that I like actually walk around from my house and look at like where everything leads. See? Like if I hadn't been slow playing and I was just running to like another location, I would never have seen this chest. And now I have like 1,000 more gold. And I know where there's a potential cave someday. I might not remember it, but I might remember it. This is a pretty location. Could have a second base here. This is what I think every time I do stuff. This is why moving is stressful, the choice making. Because everything has benefits and everything has not benefits. And then meanwhile you're like, oh, choices are so stressful. And then if you don't move fast enough, somebody else makes a choice on something and you gotta start all over again. Pita bread, grilled lamb shaving, salad of your choice with lettuce, onion, red cabbage. Red cabbage! Feta cheese, jalapeno, and choose different sauces. A Greek garlic sauce or a chili sauce. That sounds delicious. Is it on a skewer? Because I love when stuff is on a skewer. Honestly, I just want to run away into the forest and just go camping and just live in the forest and then sort of like walk my way down to the warmer areas when it's gonna be hot out. Seems like a way to live a life.
I like spice too. I like to spice everything up. Some days I will have french fries though, and I won't even dip them in anything, and I'm like, who are you? I'm very much like a way too much ketchup kind of person, but ever since I started counter eating, I'm just like, plain fries is fine, let's go. I'm like, what is wrong with me? I used to like set everything up so nicely. It's like I'm possessed by someone who's efficient when it comes to eating. It's the street food from Berlin. Fusion of convenience, German ingenuity, and Turkish cuisine. I was just reading a book that took place, well, the author was Turkish, and then it's really weird. Let me explain the format of this fantasy short story I was reading. I didn't finish it actually because it kind of got a little bit weird, and I was like, I'm not in the mood for this little bit weird right now. But it's basically like this group of people. I think they're in Britain are sitting around a fire. Oh no, they're sitting around in a tavern and they're drinking rum and cider, which is just such a fashionable drink. Da 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 da. They're talking about that, and then all of a sudden they start talking about like really kind of like sus stuff, and then the one guy is like, you know what? That reminds me of this letter I read from this nobleman. He was an Englishman, a noble Englishman of the finest sort, and he had all these adventures. And then he starts like recounting his adventures, and I'm like, what on earth is the point of us being in a tavern right now if we're just gonna be reading the story of this guy's weird amorous adventures all over the world? And then I guess he goes to Turkey, and that's where we are now. I think it was written in 1962, and you can tell. Oh, I see. So you like to keep things divided? Like, if you're going for something with meat, you want it to be pretty much all meat, and then if you're not going for something with meat, you'll just get sides or a vegan deal. I just watched Funky Frog Bait make like vegan meal recipes that were viral from TikTok, and it was just a very funny, a very funny cooking episode. Us Germans want lots of meat if it's a meat dish. Ah, okay, that's an interesting thing. I don't know if that's true here. I never really thought about it. I don't really go to food stands or like go eat out a lot though, so I don't have a lot of experience with like disappointing or satisfying ordered meals. So, what is up with you? You're a sassy one. So if there's meat in the title, is that the standard? If there's meat in the title, it better be like 75% meat. Oh my gosh, I made a deep dish pizza for the first time yesterday, but I'm going to have to readjust the ratio of sauce and cheese because it is legitimately like bread with a coating of sauce and cheese on top. It's not like a deep dish pizza at all. Not that I've ever had an authentic one. Like, I've literally never had a deep dish pizza. But I've seen pictures, and mine is just like really puffy, fluffy, delicious bread with sauce on top. Kind of like if you baked your bread and like took a brush and brushed sauce on the top of it before you cooked it. So, like, if you ordered my deep dish pizza, you'd be like, what is this? Is sauce coated bread or a deep dish pizza? Because it's definitely sauce coated bread. Hello, Sphinxu! I feel so much better now. Right before stream, I was kind of like in a rumination spiral of how stressful it is to be like making decisions and doing research, and then the stuff will sell, and then you gotta start all over on another property, and then it's just like, what a privilege to be so stressed out by that. But oh my god, it is stressful. can't wait to be like decided and settled somewhere, and then like to the chapter where it's like cozifying and improving. Hello, Powerfully Walk. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a good day today, everybody. Crispy toasted pita, and it soaks up the sauce and meat juice and veggie juice. Oh, that sounds delicious. My mom used to make me chickpeas and like a Italian dressing and lettuce and tomato pita sandwiches when I was little. It was a family favorite. I feel like a necromancer can say whatever they want to because they're at that point are kind of just making up their own rules about society and culture and trustworthiness. Yeah, it's already almost all faded away. Like, things are back in perspective. Like, I know everything's gonna turn out. But oh my gosh, it's like my Achilles heel is sorting boxes and making decisions and then having like a time crunch. I hate all three of those things. Oh, and also social interactions are involved, so it's like four very difficult things for me, but very much well worth it. And also, to be fair, Idol's doing most of the stressful stuff. I'm just like on the sidelines of it, like, oh my god, that's gotta be so stressful. That too. Oh my gosh, that is the truth. And then you go and like tour, and because of the way front cameras are, everything looks a lot bigger or smaller depending on how people angled their camera. So it's like you have to go and see. And then something that looked like it was in good shape is like very clearly like not smelling good. And you're like, I don't want a moldy house. Just stressful. Thank you, Sphinxu. I will head pat him for you. I'll jump up and head pat him. That's true, Pan. That seems like a conundrum for like a fantasy book, like a modern fantasy book. I love sauerkraut. I really love kimchi and sauerkraut. They are my very favorite fermented foods. I don't even know if I've had other fermented foods, to be honest. But I love fermented foods. I think I've had kombucha, and I don't love that. I do not like the drink kombucha. Yeah, exactly. And then too, like the descriptions are all different, like nothing's uniform. So like some people will tell you the dimensions and then other people will just be like, "Yeah, there's 5 bedrooms." And it's like, "No, there's not, because the house you're showing is literally like a shed. There's no way there's 5 bedrooms." And then it's like there's 5 bedrooms like further down the line or something. Plus, my dogs have fleas, so they're like grunting and acting all weird all the time. I'm having a time of it. I'm on the flea removal mission, which is exhausting, and then on top of it, they're unhappy, and I feel really bad. And then I've also got bites myself, and I'm like, why, Summer, why?
Everybody. I hope that you're hydrated. Take a couple sips on me. And I hope that you're stretching and taking care of your bodies. It's very important.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Bye, Shep. Thank you so much, Powerfully Walk. I'm really excited. Just mostly about being able to garden and be like, oh, I'd like to put a flower garden there. And then I can just do it. Oh my god, that's gonna be so fantastic. Thank you so much, Sphinxu. Get it all cleaned up and filled with sparkles again. What is cozify? Cozify? Did I say that right? Sauerkraut goes well with cozify. Wait, is sauerbraten, is that like a fermented sausage? I'm very, very curious about other foods from other countries. Braten is a roast. Oh, is it a roast that's roasted in sauerkraut? Like how, like sauerkraut and sausage is a dish with potatoes and carrots and onions? At least it sounds like you know what you want. Yeah, that's very, very true. Like, I want a yard that's large, some trees, so there's a little foresty area, and hopefully, like a house that's livable right away. Doesn't have to be nice, doesn't have to just not mold, and hopefully some sort of sewer and some sort of running water. That's not asking too much. Oh yeah, and electricity. And everything else can just be figured out. But like as it stands right now, like everything that's affordable goes really fast. So you have to like get in a tour and be willing to make a decision fast, or it's gone like blip, just like that. Yep, that's what I want. That's my big list of criteria. Unchecked treehouse. I literally like have looked at some places and been like, well, I guess I could use an outhouse, but like the snow gets really deep in the winter. I don't know. That seems kind of like it's gonna get old fast. So I checked those properties off. Yeah, New York is a lot of beautiful country and forests and farmlands. So, I mean, obviously, north of the city it is. I should have brought like 500 of these Pokeball things. Oh, I shouldn't call them that. Pal spears. 250 hugs, that's so cozy. I still keep looking for ways to spend those points, but like there's no tutorials on it. No one's found out a way. So I'm gonna have to get creative and hopefully figure out a way to do it, but I haven't had time to do that yet. I know that I can be creative as possible, but I kind of lack in like coding skills. Oh, unused stat. Let's do... We got a lot of health. Let's do another stamina, I guess, because then I can run for longer. The reason why that's a good one for me is because, like, when it comes time to fight, I literally just run away and let my pal do the work. Hello, Hefe! Ghostly hugs! Ghostly hugs! Thank you so much for the little lucky things. Some people say that you can't hum and think at the same time. And while I definitely think less, there's no way on earth that I could just like hum and meditate and then my thoughts are just gone. Oh, that'd be such a sweet hack though. The way that I try and keep my brain from thinking is I just say one word over and over again and put all my focus. And it's not actually a word, it'll just be like gibberish, like and I'll just do that like over and over and over again to try and get myself off the tracks. Thank you for the head pat and the glasses. Hello, Retuo! I'm doing a lot better. I was feeling very like a stress spiral. I was like working myself up into how stressed I was. It's just because I have like such high hopes and then I keep having high hopes like, yeah, this is it. This is the one. And then it's like, oh, it's pending now. That's not the one. Next. And I am ready to be successful. and snagging a dream. Oh, that's so cute. A collective is such a cute idea. Jinky always has such thoughtful ideas. Yeah, and that's true too. That stuff does fall through. So like there's been ones that were off of the marketplaces and then they're back on again, and it's just like a roller coaster. And I apparently have a really hard time with roller coasters of hopes going up and down and up and down, because I let my hopes get really high and then they're just like fragile and then they go really low, and I'm like, no, I must be more Zen and Buddhist about this and walk the middle path. That's very, very true, because a lot of the houses that I've been loving are ones that definitely would not pass inspections easily. But I'm like, oh, it's got character. I can only equate it to my mom's favorite movie. Do you remember, like, in Ghostbusters when they're like looking at that firehouse and the other ones are trying to act like they don't like it so they get a better price, and then Ray comes down the fire pole and he's like, guys, this is perfect, it even has a fire pole. Like, that's how I feel. Also, the first house that Idol and I like went to tour, like we both disassociated because it was so bizarre to just be walking through, and neither of us could remember like the layout or like any of this stuff we wanted to like look at. It was just like we went there and we're like automatons, and then we went home and we were like, what just happened? Hello, hello, Val. How are you? Happy Wednesday. I already have sheep, but I ran towards them because they're so fluffy and cute. Yeah, and it's all blending and blurring together, and like especially like I have some places that I really like the look of, and I've got them on like this list that I kind of like look at over and over again. And then I'm like, wait, did that one have the issue with it's not? So some of the roads in rural areas in New York and probably all across all the states, they're not plowed in the winter, so you can only live in them in I think they open up again in April and they close in like November or something. So you can't live in them during those times unless you don't need to go anywhere. Which obviously there's like Idol goes to work, so, and you can't take a snowmobile to work. So we can't be in those places, but they're not labeled like that. You have to like Google up the road and see if it's a seasonal road or not. It's so stressful. Like you'll see something that you love. I don't think you'd be able to take a dog sled to work either. Except, oh, what if I was the snowmobile driver? And then I just drop him off and pick him up. Can two people go on a snowmobile? I didn't even think about this. You have to have a license and know how to drive and be good at driving for that? Probably not. Probably that's a thing we could do. Yeah, we know what we want. We're very, very clear on what we want, which is actually a good thing. You're very right about that. Yeah, that's really all we can and keep doing is try. I just like want it so bad. I want to be into a place in time to plant garlic so that next spring I'm picking up garlic. Since I can't have like an actual garden. I could have a winter garden though, with like lettuce and broccoli and kale and stuff. You know what, two people can go on a dog sled. We keep sending each other funny husky stuff, so like maybe that's in the cards for us. I have troubles with things that are loud, and we always say that my loud doggo is like, he's like a little husky. and a tiny Jack Russell body, because he doesn't just bark and he doesn't just grunt and growl. He also like makes a weird talking noises when he's upset about something. He'll be like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." And so he's like a husky. Huskies do stuff like that. Yeah, that's him. That's him right now because he's so itchy. And yeah, so he's very communicative vocally, and huskies are known for that as well. And I was like, could you imagine when my sister, she was, she had this friend who was gonna be a zookeeper or something, and they got offered a summer job to help train to raise sled dogs, and they didn't want it, and I was like, what? That actually legitimately sounds like the coolest job that you could ever have in the entire world. To train sled dogs and be trained yourself on how to train them and how to ride them. Huskies are happy to sing you the songs of their people. Exactly. Exactly. Plus they would love like the deep snow. Like the snow gets really deep in upstate New York. The last time my mom visited me, she bought a big bag of garlic at Costco to take back home with her. And there's a Costco. Listen, when you see a good garlic, you gotta nab it up. Especially if you're gonna plant it. Because, like, not all Costco's are created equal. You might live near somewhere where they get their ingredients fresh. Plus, you know, it's hard to resist garlic. Plus, she might have had some inside knowledge about a vampire being on the plane. Who trains the people that train you to train the huskies? I think they were trained by people from Alaska. So literally part of the job was at the end of it, you would go to Alaska. I mean, that kind of scares me, the thought of traveling away and stuff. But like for sled dogs, I would do it. She did insist they were better. Yep, you can tell. So, like, the grocery store around here, sometimes the garlic they sell has, like, mold on its paper. And it's like, you need to get that off your shelves. There are certain grocery stores that are just scamming you constantly with their vegetables that will rot the second they leave the store. Oh my gosh, it's funny that you mention a garter snake, Maddens, because one of the houses that we looked at, Ida was looking through the window of a shed of it, and there was a little tiny garter snake that popped its head out of like a a ratty place in the wall. It was just like peeping out, looking all cute. But I was like, there's a snake, because I couldn't think of how to talk. And then, because I was so surprised to see it, and I was like, what? And I was like, it was just a little teeny tiny garter snake, but, you know, you should warn people when you see a snake. Built-in pets, exactly. Exactly. I don't mind stuff like that at all. Like, I don't mind a fixer-upper. I don't know how to do a lot of, like, stuff I have no idea how to do. And I love making something that's run down into something beautiful. But it's also a matter of, like, is it livable right now? Because if it's livable, it can stay on the list. If it's unlivable, then we're going to be, like, making an igloo while we, like, wait to get inside of it. And that wouldn't work out. Hello, Mr. the Professional. How are you? Happy Wednesday. There's gonna be an underwater buggy mount? Oh, that's so cute. So about that good communication between the two of you. Yeah. So when I get nervous, I stutter. I go, and I can't think of like the word, and I just start gesturing with my hands. But fortunately, Idol is a really calm person, so he doesn't panic when I panic. He's just like, what? And then he figures it out what I mean. And so our communication still works, even though I'm a little bit of a chaotic force. powerfully walk. I know. Idol's been warning me too because he had a friend who got a really rundown fixer-upper and is still fixing-upping it, and it's like costing more to do the fixer-upping stuff than the whole entire package cost originally. So we're like very careful of that stuff too. We've been looking at rundown manufactured homes as like a place to live until you can afford to like build a cabin on better land. There's all sorts of options. I wish it was just cut and dry, like simple. You could know like, oh, you can put a tiny home here while you're, getting enough money together to make a home with enough room to host your family. Like, I wish that that was all just clear, but everything is so confusing. It's like you have to call up towns and find out what their zoning rules are and put in like propositions to see if they'd be cool with it. And it's just like, oh my God. Yeah, exactly, Retro. You can buy a prefabricated tiny home and put it down, but in some places, because New York State is very strict, you're not allowed to. You have to, like, have a certain size of a home. You have to have certain materials it's built with in certain areas. It's really weird. Yeah, the materials right now are also super expensive. Yeah, I really honestly would not mind having enough room for a bed, my tiny little stove thing, our freezer, my computer stuff for streaming, access to electricity and internet, a bathroom, and I wouldn't even need a bathtub, but just a shower, I'd deal with it. I could make one of those bicycle laundry machines so we could do that, but we need a place for our gray water to go. It's like, I honestly do not mind the idea of van life. I just want land that I can make a garden on. And a place to have a campfire. I need a tub. I used to think that, like, because I had one when I was growing up and I loved baths, but the water here is on, like, one of those renters, heat limitations, so the water's never hot. So now I'm more of a, well, I guess I'll take a bath, but I gotta heat water for it. I'll just take a shower. That would be nice, though. A bathtub. Get a walk-in shower. It'll be helpful as you get older. Oh, that would be nice too for like when people come to visit, so everyone's accommodated. But I think like the odds of finding that are probably pretty low. I did see a place that had it, but the yard was small and the neighbors were like right there. I want to not be able to see my neighbors. That's like another thing I really want. I want to just be able to like open the door and never have to awkwardly make eye contact with a stranger again. That would be lovely. Or even worse than a stranger, like somebody who's in your business. That's even worse. Oh, powerful Ewok. That is a really good pro tip. Actually, that's like something to look for then. Places where little handy repairs were done with care. Yeah, you gotta pick and choose. You really do. So, like, I don't really care about the house because the house can be improved, but the location slash land situation, like, it's not likely that something will come up that you'll get more of it at your area. A business stranger. Strangers up in your business. Have you ever had the experience of like a bossy or like super extroverted neighbor that will just like plunk themselves down if they see you in your yard? This happened a lot when I was little, and my mom was always like, oh, because she's shy too. And then she'd be like, we can't go outside in the front yard. We have to go to the backyard because so-and-so is going to come and hang out. And I'm like, well, I don't know where I get my shyness from. But I also think it's genetic, honestly, because some of us have it and some of us don't. Oh, it's a sparkly one. That's good luck. I'm going to try and get it with this. Sparkly, 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 sparkly. I'm not bringing out a pet because my pets keep killing stuff. We got 8 tries to get this guy in the can. Come on, buddy. Could probably hit him with my spear a tiny bit if I have to. Oh, it's beeping. That's usually a good sign. Ah, we got him. Shabby and lucky. Why do they always have a bad trait? I'm like so sad when I get a sparkly one. I've never got one that only has good ones. But you know what? I love him even if he's shabby. Oh my gosh. It's funny that you say that, Retsuo, because I was listening to some guy talk about like the way that I think it's the guy who started macrobiotics or something. And he was saying that like all of our soul pieces start out as like earth, then it becomes seeds and water, and then becomes grass, and then it's eaten by animals, and then animals are eaten by people, and then you become a person. And I was like, I don't know if I like where this is going, because I feel like you're about to justify cannibalism. Like, you don't want to have to be grass again, so let me devour you after you're gone. I'm like, you know, obviously didn't say that, but I was getting really creeped out. Because I'm in a stress brain type of a mode, that's where my brain was going. I was like, if your theory is correct and we're going to keep going along these lines, it's going to go someplace really weird. Depending on which side you approach the property, she'd either bark super loud or not. Why? Was she only guarding like one half of the yard and then the other path was like an okay way to travel? It's funny that you say that. Yeah, exactly. It's been a weird day. It's been a very weird day. He had a lot of other points that were like philosophically making sense. And he was definitely not saying anything about cannibalism. I was just like, you know, if I follow your logic further on down the road, it seems like someone's gonna use that to justify cannibalism. And I don't think that, I think that automatically makes your logic flawed. But in a way, it's like a beautiful thought. Like everything that you consume becomes like a part of your parents, and then when your parents produce you, it was a part of you. So like there's like a long billion-year line of not just evolution, but also like ingredients to make you. Yeah, same here. I was talking with Nunu about that too. It's just such a like I I can't even have in the forest like the same fire for like, and also if I just find meat in the forest, I'm not eating that. I'm dropping that on the ground. I'll like cook it on a fire and leave it because I don't know if the cannibals like if it's their meat or if it was like somebody else's. She's doing better. She's definitely planning on returning someday. So, you know, once you're a streamer, it gets in your blood. But I haven't hung out an awful lot because she's been AFK. So I miss her. I miss her a ton. And I'm really excited for when she's back. But I'm also really happy for her to be like on a healing, resting journey. So like taking that seriously. Yeah, the forest is definitely like the whole thing revolves around that. What is this? Hacking? Find the correct position. How do you know? Oh, this is interesting. You can try as many times as you need. Go this way. Ah, I'm a hacker. Oh my god. So the things that she's posted, because I haven't really like pressed her for information. Just when she took a screen break or like grayed out the Twitter and stuff, I basically was talking about that. Like, I've been going through the same thing with the doom scrolling. When you're a streamer, it almost becomes like compulsory to like check your social media because like when you're at rest, you're like, oh, I could do this towards my stream. Oh, I could do this towards my stream. And a lot of us get like super burnt out or like develop almost like a compulsion to do it. And I fortunately caught my doom scrolling in time, but I started to not even create stuff. So I just mean like whenever somebody is like, oh, I need a break from social media, I'm always on board. Like, yes, because the real world is out there. Social media will still be here. We all love you and take as much time as you need. Yeah, so I don't like want to put any words into her mouth or anything. I just mean like the stuff that we've been talking about on like Twitter or just like, oh yeah, like me when I'm always talking about my doom scrolling addiction because I technically bloom scroll, which to me means I look up positive stuff and artwork and ideas for gardening and home improvement stuff, clothing upcycles, memes, good stuff. I don't ever fortunately fall into the pit of like the bad news, but I still don't produce because I'm consuming and then I end up feeling like overstimulated, exhausted. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I'm fairly positive that Nunu's gonna be coming back, and when she does, it's gonna be a glorious day. Oh, my model tracking stopped. Thank you. Why are you not charging, buddy? I love capturing these guys, but like honestly, I've already got enough. I don't even know what stats they had though. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, life monk. And I can bring life monk to the small settlement because someone always wants to look at them. Ivy is such a beautiful, wonderful soul. Like, I always wish the best for all my friends, and I just feel like, I don't know, so proud to know them and to, like, be included in their lives in any way, shape, or form. And I'm like, I wish, of all things, like our schedules could match up more regularly because I think it'd be really fun to have like more just chit-chatting, just chatting sessions together and like hanging out and playing more games. We're gonna try and get together on Friday, but sometimes our schedules don't work out, and when that happens, I'm always like, ah. And that's such a rare thing for like I'm so socially anxious, but I'm comfy enough now because we've hung out a lot. So it's more of a, oh yeah, let's get together. This is gonna be so fun. Oh yeah. So Ivy and Nunu and Lely and me, we talk sometimes on our Discord that we have together and plan little things to do. But everyone's kind of like in different directions right now. So hopefully we'll get together on Friday, and hopefully before we know it, it'll be like a good season to begin streaming again and everyone will be rested up enough. But everyone is doing well. It's just like a matter of when you're doing well, if you add streaming to it, you might not be doing well. So, it takes a little time. So don't worry and be patient and they'll be back. I guarantee it. That's how I feel anyway. Because I'll be honest too, like, if I didn't have, like, the way that my fear of something grows after I take a little break, or also just I've had a lot of success with, I get my mood stabilized and improved by streaming now, but it didn't used to be that way for me. So, if I was going through this moving thing, like year one of streaming, I would have been like, I need to take a streaming break and come back to it because I can't do both. I'm going to spiral out of control. My mood is so unstable. But now I'm like, this is kind of like my stable place, fortunately, which is really nice. I built it that way on purpose because I was horrified of it from the very start. And I knew this is going to improve your life, but you're going to have to build a system. Tamako! Hello! Yeah, I get good energy and good advice from stream. I'm very lucky. Oh, and also I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just talking about me right now. I want to be very careful to not like put any words in their mouth that they've never said to me. Or make it seem like I'm dropping hints or something. This is just about me. It's like a very strange thing to be worried about people making suppositions because you really can't control it, but I do still worry about it because I love everybody so much. But I guess all you can do is just be yourself and be honest and be weird and explain yourself and then over-explain yourself. I'm not letting out the big dogs because I really don't have any use for the syndicates. I just want to free the animals they've got captured. Yeah, exactly. So, like, I know all of us are patient and want the best. So, like, when they come back and they're ready, or the days that they stream, or the days that they don't, we got you. We'll hold you in our hearts forever, and we'll be here when you're ready. This is a dungeon. I have to do a quick AFK, 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna come in here and do the isolated island cavern. I wonder what it looks like, and I hope I don't get killed. Keep me safe, Grintel. I don't think I can pause because I'm on a server. Be right back, though. 3-minute ad break. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. Oh, no. I can't even breathe. I'm laughing so hard. just in out
Oh,
here.
yeah, that's mine.
Oh, perfect. I found it.
When I stopped,
I found it in your
left my...
cart. No, I'm kidding.
I think you did, because I left my cart to go check the net, and then when I came
No.
back, the
I
oxygen
found
was
it in a room.
Oh,
I found it in a room. It must have gotten out by those monsters on the floor. Yeah.
likely story.
Yeah, I found his extra oxygen thing. Oh, I'm bringing this to the ship.
Okay.
Or not. What the frick? I had one job and I died. I feel so ashamed right now. No, he never mentioned. He said he'd give us a supply pack and like enough meat to eat for the week, and that's all he really said. What if Ted's brother Ned is a psychopath and following you both? I'm scared. I never. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh shit!
There. So we're leaving the goblin in prison, I guess. Oh my god! Did we just kill her? We did. Oops. I was trying to break her out. I just didn't know. My wild shape is too powerful. As a male, I also thought I could do deep male voices until I heard it recorded. Here comes Anatoly Fibonacci. He always was searching in dumpsters at GTA and like just looking for like treasures and stuff because he's a conspiracy theorist in The Sims. So he's like, oh my god, everybody's gotta watch out. There's aliens coming down from the sky. I'm serious about this. What do you think? What do you think? I'm gonna fill my canteen up to the brim, and then I'm gonna drink it dry, and then I'm gonna fill it up again. That's a good idea. You know? In case we get lost out
Oh,
in
the
the
cougars
wilderness.
killing the locals.
Oh, a cougar. Is it bad I want to see? No,
I
I'm
do
kidding,
wanna
but
see
just
too.
a cougar.
Can I
Oh
help
my
it? I
gosh,
don't
that
know.
sounds bad. Hands to the Lord.
It
Hands
does
to the
sound
Lord.
bad. It
Hands
does
to the
sound bad.
hands to
Hands
the
to the
Lord.
Lord. Hands to the Lord. You do not want to see that.
I don't want to
That's-
see him
no,
killing
you
the
do
townsfolk.
not. Delta the Ranger. Eat right now. It's dinner time. Okay, I'm back. I got more water. It's doing that thing that water does sometimes where it's like cloudy when you first pour it. I hate it so much, but I guess it's safe and normal. Hello, Lily! How are you? I was just talking about how excited I am to hang out on Friday if all our schedules match for palworld. I'm getting my character all beefy and ready. Why is my jump button not working? Oh, I'm way down. Oh, before I go in here, I'm gonna find stuff and not be able to take it. Ew, you got made with rotten hamburgers? It's not even like you could use that for compost. It'd have to like break down for years before you could use it without getting sick. That's awful. What's Quasimorph again? Like a strategy space game? I was playing the Isle earlier and raising baby dinosaur. You were the parent dinosaur taking them around. That's so cute. I need to go into that dungeon, but I don't even know. Oh, right there is one. And also right there. Let me see which one's closer. I hacked something today and it just occurred to me, like, I don't even know if I took what I hacked. I just hacked it and I was like, did it. But meanwhile, my inventory is full. Dang it. Oh my god, that is so cute. I watch people play that game and, oh, I guess you can't climb when you're encumbered. I watch people play that game, and it's always my favorite part when somebody random is the parent one taking care of the other dinos. I can't get rid of an egg because it's literally like a creature's in there. First things I always get rid of are those. I need to get rid of 24 more pounds. I never use these, but they're not heavy. Nope, we're gonna have to run somewhere. Oh, you know what? I can ride. 18? Oh, that's the cutest thing. Oh, I wish you had like a video of it. I would die to watch that. That's adorable. The apocalypse and demons tore into the universe. And they have a permanent foothold. Oh, and your goal is to profit from the chaos, so you're like, banned. Rotten hamburgers is not profitable in any universe. Is there like a way you could take this stuff you get traded though and trade it with someone else who would want it? Like, is there a group of demons that are like, ooh, rotten meat's my favorite? Oh my gosh, you got stuck in a tree and you were a parent, so you had to brave the admin and get unstuck. Mercenary with a wounded knee. What's the deal with wounded knees? It's like usually a quest thing, and like I think I've seen it in like 3 video games. Like arrows to your knee or something. And then I always look it up and then I always forget. Okay, we're going home. I forgot that I have to dismount, get rid of that, and then fast travel. Oh my gosh, you were streaming? So I could watch the video of it? Oh my god, you just made my day. I know what I'm doing after stream. I'm gonna draw and watch Lily's stream, bot. It's gonna be so cute and exciting. That's like the content I live for, and now I've got someone that I know making it. It's just like the funniest, cutest thing when people form family groups. In like light RP. Where on earth is my base? Oh, right here. It's a way of saying they got married. Wounded knee took the knee. Oh. That's so weird. I still don't really understand it. Oh, I guess because you go down on your knee when you propose? And you're like, oh, I wasn't proposing. I just got an arrow in my knee. Just kidding. For the ultimate horrible prank. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I am so into this, not gonna lie. It's like the cutest thing in the entire world. And also, like, it's just bizarre enough because it's like a bunch of strangers that will randomly, like, congregate together. And then one of them is, like, the one taking care of everyone. And sometimes people are stressed. And sometimes they're, like, really chill parents. And sometimes it's just really fun to watch. If you've never watched that sort of stuff, I highly recommend to go and watch Lily's VOD because it's such a cute dynamic, just, like, randomly. I think I was watching like just random YouTubes and I woke up one night and it was like playing into somebody had like a T-Rex father and he like literally had to feed them. Like if your parent doesn't feed you, you die. You have to depend on like the adult of your species. It was so fun. I was like, "What? That's crazy." Like that's so interesting that people actually do that. And then I was like, I started watching tons of it. I don't know why. I was like, how sweet. There was a lot of me being like, please don't eat me. Yeah, the parent sentiment. I have to live for my children. Eat one of them instead, but leave me. Actually, don't eat one of them. I wouldn't be able to bear it, but Don't eat any of us. We're a family. I think for big manly Viking men, it makes him sound tougher than my wife won't let me go right. Oh! Is it like after you take an arrow to the knee, aka get married, then you stop going on adventures? That seems so strange. Just trying to cram all my stuff. You know what we need here? Another box. This surely won't be a problem that comes back to haunt me. So you have voice chat for the parenting? I only ever saw it with like somebody that was talking on his pre-filmed YouTube video, and then the other person was just typing. It would be funny to see what people are saying. Putting all my stuff in the boxes like a professional. Do 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 do. Oh, and also I want to make some more orbs for kidnapping pals. No, it's just me begging for my life. It's so cute that you got your life begged for enough that you got all the way to having, what did you say, 16 or 18 babies? That's so cute. Ah, you could only text chat with your same species is actually a super clever way to deal with like trying to stop people from cross-tribing together or whatever it's called in the Isle. It's like simulated you can't understand the language of the other dinosaurs. How very RP of him. It's such a beautiful day out today. I was listening to a meditation while I was walking, and it was talking about how your thoughts, if you think of your thoughts as the sky and every single, well, you think of your consciousness as the sky and every thought you think is like a cloud you're painting in that sky. So like some days they'll be like fluffy, white, wispy, happy little clouds, and then some days they're like dark, crazy, chaotic storm clouds. And I was like, I really think all clouds are beautiful, but I get it. I get the comparison. I guess, in a way, all thoughts are beautiful too, because you're thinking things that are like helping you process something or learn something. And we all come here to experience existing in a physical body, so every experience you have is like a useful one, even though some of them are not preferable to me, but still, I do always learn. In Skyrim, I felt my main character made things worse wherever he went. So I had him marry the crazy Breton lady in Markarth from the Dark Brotherhood questline. I figure she'll probably murder him in his sleep and he'll absolutely deserve it. Did you play a bad guy or just keep accidentally messing things up? I never got far enough to like experience the full depth of Skyrim. Mostly what I remember about it is being very confused by the talent tree and being very weighed down by food and everything that I couldn't let go of because I wanted to loot everything and not knowing like what was good and what wasn't. And then cabbages with Nunu. Skyrim isn't deep? Well, I mean, I picture it could be deep if you, like, take your time and, like, read every quest and have a good immersed pretend with it. Accidentally messing things up? Aw, you don't deserve to be murdered in your sleep for that. But I also don't know who that lady is. I remember the evil orphanage lady. That's the only character in Skyrim that I remember. I do think it's a flaw in the design of palworld that, like, when you are working on stuff, everybody stacks right on top of each other. I think it would be cute if everyone took, like, a slot around the table. Because clipping through each other is, like, the worst. It must be like the message of it is like no matter what position you have in life, you're still going to be running the errands. You still have to do your laundry. Anything could be deep if you assign it meaning. The Philosophy of Skyrim by someone who's never played it. By Eerie Adventures. Well, who's never played very much of it. Played just enough to think she's a reliable source of wisdom on the case. I like how the pals go to sleep though if they're not nocturnal. That's like me. When I get sleepy, it's sleepy time. There's no fighting it, no matter how excited I am about something. I went to check on my pal's food and we have a tomato problem. Is it like tomatoes in every slot? I'm really excited. I have tomatoes growing in like a container and they're doing pretty well. I have seen other people's tomatoes in town doing better than my tomatoes, but I have heirloom varieties, so mine might be taking longer to grow because of that. Yeah, you can make salsa, you can make salsa, you can make so many things. What do we have in our food? Oh, I should also make more of the boring orbs too. I have 13k tomatoes and not enough lettuce to make salads. Oh no, that is a problem, honestly. I just thought that I had way too much milk and I only had like 1,500. We're gonna make 70 of these cheap ones because you can just keep throwing and throwing. My pals are sleeping, so this might take a while, but that's fine because we are zen here. Zen and cozy. I don't know how I have so many tomatoes. I actually had more lettuce farms. What if one of your pals has like a skill that it's like every time they touch a tomato it doubles? Speaking of though, I only have a wheat and a berry farm right now, and I just got like so many levels. I bet I can do more farms. My farms are my favorite part of this game because I just think it's so cool to like come back and be like, oh, there's so much food to cook. Just leave this for now. 28 is enough for the moment. They can make those while I'm busy elsewhere. Let's look at what plants we can grow. Nothing. Oh, tomato. I can grow tomatoes. The server has a tomato problem. Tomorrow's episode. Lettuce. One more level. Wow. Fluffy pet bed. That's one of my favorite things to make, because... Whoa! I don't remember the look of this, at least. Is that new? The clinic? A flower bed? Must research flower bed development? What? How do I research? Where's the research thing? I have a hard time with the palworld. Oh. I have a really hard time with the palworld search area and technology. I always like press weird buttons and then it doesn't work. Gotta go right to here. You can't press enter. A facility for conducting research. Okay, yes. We need to make that. Let's make that right away, actually. Pal? Ingots. I should have a lot of them. Yeah, but I don't because no one's been cooking them. 454 uncooked ingots. Alright, that's a job for later, Erie. I can't get the veggies to grow and harvest to get into the thousands at my base. So, is it because they need to be like on a platform or off a platform? I've had a base where the veggies are on top of a platform, and then this one, they're not on top of a platform. They're right in the flowers. They both seem to be working. I forget where I got lettuce before, but you end up having to like fight a lot of pals. Also, I cannot remember where I was when I saw that dungeon. Oh, I think it was down here. I just think my pals are gluttons. I've actually had a couple glutton pals and it really does make such a big difference. Wow, what is that? A sky island I never saw before. Hello, hello, sir. How are you? Happy Wednesday. It's such a magical day. I feel so much better and regulated. It's amazing. I'm just taking a second to appreciate it. Sometimes being alone with my thoughts is right what I need, and sometimes being alone with my thoughts is like the worst thing for me, but when I'm in it, it's hard for me to tell what's what and which is which.
Yep.
I appreciate you, Retsuo. Thank you so much for being, oh my god, for being funny and silly and always supportive. I really appreciate you. Oh my god. Oh my god. I keep running in circles because I'm just excited about feeling better, and then I'm like admiring that I feel better, and then I forget what I was even doing. Oh yeah, I was going to that dungeon, and I can ride my pal. You got it, Lily. I will always and forever know that you were wrongly accused of whatever you're being accused of.
You can do it. I believe in you. I know you got this. You can do anything at all that you put your mind to. Don't ever doubt it. Never.
That's an amazing quote. I need a place where these quotes can go forever. Thank you so much for the encouragement, Chonky. Actually, I have a little duet set up to do with Chonky. I feel like today would be the perfect day to do it right here in this dungeon. If I can get a hold of him, let me just see if he'll answer. Oh, Chonky, are you around? We might have to go to our chatting screen. Breaking and entering to capture people is a next level lack of criminality. Why am I in the corner like this? Chonky's not gonna wanna hang out if I'm in the corner. Okay, gotta stop the background music. This is just something silly Chonky and I have been working on, so get ready to be amazed at how scuffed it is, because I don't know the lyrics. But Chonky does. He's really good at it. Although he keeps messing up in the same spot every time we rehearse, it's kind of baked in now. Lyrics. Buttercup. And I don't need to know what they mean, I just need the lyrics. Oh my god, it smells like peanut butter cookies on the wind. It's so interesting living in like a small neighborhood. Who out there is cooking peanut butter cookies? They smell really good. Good work. Honestly, it could be anything cooking with peanuts, but the only thing I associate it with is peanut butter cookies. Also, the volume of this might be messed up. This is just a test run of our duet. We've had a duet before, a trio, me, Shep, and Chonky, but lucky you, I'm jealous. It smelled like a grease fire all day at my office. Oh, that's awful. Let me tell you, I woke up this morning and it smelled like blacktop, like people put in blacktopping on a driveway. And I was like, it smells like burning tires. But then I took a walk and I was like, oh, the source of it is this driveway right here. Yep. The wind is just carrying every smell for some reason, and they're not dispersing. They're just like traveling around the whole town. Okay. Me and Chonky. Hey, Chonky. Chunky! Oh my gosh. Okay, this is Buttercup, Jack Stauber, a Sphinxy suggestion for a duet.
Forget it, I'll do it sometime.
Oh, oh,
I'm locked up on a button.
Ooh, can you do it sometime? Push it in too far, oh, oh, oh. Fine, electrify my eye, electrify my golden tooth. Can't look in your eyes without sparking some, electrify my eye. Oh, oh, oh. Electrify my eye. Surprise! What? Oh, whoops, I was wrong. It's okay, it's okay. Ba 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 ba. Surprise, I'm in the same time, beneath the same sun. Oh yeah, together. Man, you come either side. Ow, my little buttercup that hurt. Fine, electrify my golden tooth. Can't look in those eyes without sparking some, electrify my eye. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Electrify my eye. Oh, 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 oh. Electrify my eye. Electrify my eye. Oh, oh. Electrify my eye. Yeah. Get it, Chunky. Electrify my eye. Oh. Bring me alive. Wow, that was satisfying.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
everybody.
Thank you.
And
Bye, Chonky. Be careful on the stairs. Ah, so satisfying. That was just what I needed today. Yeah, we're gonna do things like that more often. Just duets, trios, silly stuff. Just casual, fun moments together. When Chunky and I were practicing that, I legitimately was like having the time of my life. I was like, Chunky, it's so good to hang out with you. I'm having such a good time today. Then I was like, am I crazy? And then I was like, why would you think that you're crazy? That makes no sense. You're not crazy. Oh, yeah, and also we were having a good laugh because, like, we were messing up at the same places all the time. And then we were like, you know what? It's fine. That's our version. Where on earth is my background music? The Whispering Garden Gate. Oh, Sphinxu! Chunky and I were just singing together. Let me just on for this. Almost lost my projector. In the future, that's gonna be a redeem. We're gonna just whenever on demand, we're gonna have a certain amount of songs. My goal is to put like a new one out at least once a month, and then the repertoire of chunky duets will grow. Yeah, the first, you might see a clip sometimes, and it's me doing this character Anatolio that I had, and funnily enough, Chunky saw that character and was like, oh my gosh, that sounds almost exactly like me. And that's like how we met. Yeah, I was explaining like when I was when I was creating it, like when we were practicing together, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm having the most fun of my life. I need to do this more. Like, this is my guiding light right now. I am meant to do this. Duets with my friends. Hello, Minnie. I did see that. I saw that on the front page of Steam today. And I was like, why does this seem so familiar? And now I know. Did you get it? Have you been playing it? Oh my gosh, I'm so easily distracted today. It's so funny. It's funny. It looks really pretty too. I like the style. It's different than the other ones. Thank you for the stretch. I'm gonna take out Arthur. I could toot this, because even if he ends them, I won't be ended. I'm a little concerned right now. I think I need to do the bigger captures. Woo! Oh my gosh. I did a flip and I didn't even know that was possible. Okay. Get in the ball so that I can stretch. Quick. Okay, 1 is better than 2. And this is gonna be the one. Yay! Stretching. A good stretch. I'm making sure that I do super good stretches. Streaming puts you very forward, and if you're not careful, you'd be spending time as a shrimp, and that's never good. I can see purple flowers outside of my window from far away in the distance. You know, there's this thing called, I think it's called reticulation. When you expect to see good things, you see more good things. It's usually described as when people see, like, okay, so say you have this idea that you want to get a red car that's a certain car type, and you pay attention to that car. All of a sudden, you'll see that kind of car everywhere. That's because of reticulation. It's like a thing that your brain does to filter out too much information. Because all day long we're seeing way too much information. So you can kind of like hack your reticulation to like forcibly, as much as possible, make yourself notice the good stuff and just meh about the bad stuff. And then you'll see more and more good stuff. And like flowers, like me just seeing flowers, for instance, because Chonky made me so happy. Those flowers have been there all day, and I didn't see them until I was happier. Also, I've been through this place. Like, I think I've been running around this room on repeat. Oh, not you, Hammy. You're precious. You must stay away until it's time to revive me. But now I'm gonna pay attention to the room, and then I'll be able to see where I've been and where I need to go. There's a doorway over there, which I think is a drawbridge, which is where I came from. Then these guys I don't remember seeing, so we'll try and capture. We need at least one more. I'm gonna guess we need 3 more, because I don't really remember these guys at all. Whoa. Hey, that guy had Mercy Hit built in. I could use him to capture other pals. That's so lucky. And Mercy Hit is marked as red like it's a bad thing, but it's usually one of the most useful things in the game to me, because then I don't have to pay attention and be quick to throw the pal ball. Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat. Oops. I like how in this game, capturing a boss counts as actually saving it. So I still defeated it, but I also got the stuff. They're trying to leave. They're level 7, so we're just gonna put him away. Yay! 5 out of 5. Unlocking the ancient dresser technology allows you to change your equipment's appearance, and you can maintain both your capabilities and your look. Oh yeah, I remember on the other server we were all dressed as depressos. Oh. Get 'em. I thrive in the situation where I have a very overpowered pal. Sometimes it messes up me capturing stuff, but like, look at me, I get to run around while they kill everything and I don't have to worry about learning fighting skills. I really should start learning about fighting skills though, because I want to pull my weight in boss battles. Not just they're my pets, but they're my amazing aim. I'd like to try and get to this. So we're gonna call out our little guy. I don't know what that is. Is that the tower I hacked already? I think the biggest thing that I can do in my life to improve it is be present more instead of... Even though imagination is a good thing, sometimes I just get lost in my daydreams and then I run around this place and I don't even remember like where I went, which guy I fought. Go into the thing. Oops. Dismount. Capture. Oh. Yeah, that's how my pets are. They kill stuff so fast. I'm gonna have to employ the mercy hit guy. But first, let's see what this thing is. Oh, whoa! It's a far up fast travel. How interesting. That's a new thing, too. Well, the look of it all around is so cozy. I think that thing over there might be where I was. This kind of reminds me of Wait, is it called? Of The Legend of Zelda for the Switch. I played the beginning of it like 3 times, but I've never beat it. The fights got to be too hard for my gaming skill, if I'm being honest. There's like robot things, and then they were like robot things, and the fights were like lasting forever, and I was like, I'm not having fun. It was like Elden Ring for me. I wonder if I'd be better at it now though, because that was like before I started streaming. I'm way better at video games now. Oh, another thing that I've been learning that's really interesting is like if I pay attention to like how like my body, then I can realize like if I'm still holding any stress or if I'm fully relaxed, or this is probably completely common sense to everyone else, but normally I'm just like straight up in my head. I do not pay much attention to my body. And so I just realized that my shoulders were like up to my ears, and I was like, hold on a second, you're getting stressed about something again. And so I sighed it out. If your muscles are relaxed, I've heard, it's impossible to be angry. So like if you find yourself getting angry and you concentrate on relaxing every muscle in your body, you can't hold the anger. I've never tried it, but I keep like waiting for an opportunity to give it a try. I'm not angry that often. I do get angry. It's not that I never do, but it's not often, and it's usually very fast, so I've never had a chance to put that to the test. Yeah, this is not where I thought it was gonna be. This is the church. Oh, but I need Tiffin, so it's fine. You guys make the cutest watering cans. Someday I'm gonna have a cute little garden and water it with a homemade Tiffin watering can. Seabreeze Archipelago Church. This is where I used to build near, but when I built here, it did not have that force field near it, and it also did not have orange and yellow trees. I don't know if all the maps are the same and they're different now because of... Ooh, what do you have for sale? I don't have enough yet, but I kind of really want this. Silly looking thing. And a mysterious box whose interior synchronizes with the owner's body. Accessory equipment slots further increased by 1. Mystic accessory, mysterious accessory. What is the difference between these two besides their price and their look and their name? Lily Spear Legendary. Ooh. Oh. I can enhance my stats at this thing? I always hoard the little, chipmunk things, life monk things, because I thought they were just for pets, and I never really knew what pet I was going to be having accompanying me to the end. This looks enormous. Also, I feel like the purple parachute is new, but I don't know if it's just purple like that because it's like based off your hair color or something. I'm always still trying to figure out like, what's new? What's new? He's doomed. No, not the guy. This thing. Oh, nope. Didn't get him. I don't want that guy. Get out of there. Get taken care of by my pet. Oh no. Of all the things to kidnap. Hello, Serpent! Happy Wednesday. How are you? I said that I was gonna practice being better at fighting and then promptly went right back to my old shenanigans. Good at fighting. Well, so far, we're all thriving together. I'm hoping that nobody feels that they're captured and enslaved, but if they have, they haven't told me about it. No, I'm just starting. I've just restarted on this server, so I think I'm level 24. You've got coffee? How do you take your coffee? I know that's a thing. As a non-coffee drinker, I love the smell so much, but I just never like the taste. Which is interesting. Well, I like the taste of it in other things, like coffee-flavored candy bars or chocolates are really good. But like coffee itself, I'm like, I would rather have hot chocolate, please. Oh, that's so exciting! I wonder if there's editing programs that do it automatically. Yeah, if I ever take real life footage and it's just like of a random walk or something, I'll always blur out people's faces because like they don't, you know, they're not hanging out for you to record even though it's in a public spot. I think it's really important and thoughtful. I really like channels that do that. That's a good point, Pan. But I'm not their owner. I'm their companion and friend. You don't ever really own anything in this life because you can't take it with you. You're just sort of borrowing it for a little while. Welcome to paradise. If you choose to not be a part of my company, please, by all means, do not stay in the sphere. I'll give you at least 10 tries. Though, in case you change your mind. The Pharaoh would argue with that. Very true. I've often wondered though, like, did they do that or did the people that were mourning them do that? Because that's two fully different things. Like, after you lose somebody, you want to give them everything that you remember them, like, loving. Maybe that was what was going on. I always imagine, first of all, I can never remember how did it get the name Nuzlocke when you do that? Was it named after like a certain gamer's idea of how to do it? They did that. Oh, I see. See, I never fully know like what's actually just what they teach you about stuff or what they actually have proof of. 'Cause I know that I've listened to quite a few archaeologists that went through the programs of archaeology, and they said that in their beginning classes they learned how to defend against like uneducated amateur archaeologists, and I just think that's such a strange way to spend your class time. And it shows if you're interested in alternative history at all. There's like a certain instant attitude that many traditionally trained archaeologists have. And it's very strange from an outside perspective that they would be so aggressively against like alternative theories. Especially ones that make sense and have very interesting things that are starting to prove them. But if there's like a paradigm that you're taught in school, I could also see why that would be the case. So anyway, my thing is that I always am sort of like suspicious of things that they teach about history because historians obviously were not actually there. So if they don't fully understand how to read something, or if they're just making logical conclusions, sometimes it'll be taught as though it's like fact. That's true of anything, and that's, I don't know, I just always think about that now. The name Nuzlocke comes from a 2010 webcomic about a Pokemon playthrough. The creator drew a Nuzleaf with the face of John Locke from the TV show Lost. Fans combined the Pokemon's name and the character's name to name the challenge. That's so good. History is wrote by the victors. Exactly. Exactly. A lot of time, alternative theories end up being, okay, what if it is aliens? So yeah, I think the most popular ones do because of that show. I actually really enjoyed watching Ancient Aliens, but it's ridiculous, and that's part of why I enjoyed watching it. But I loved watching it because they would go to strange places and have really high quality footage of it. So like that show will always have a super special place in my heart. But I do think like the stigma of, oh, so what if it's aliens? What if it's aliens? It's not people, it's aliens. I think that that's like a very sad thing that introduced into the world. Because most people just think, okay, what if the timeline is longer than we're taught, not speculating on who or what did it. But what if it wasn't 2,000 years ago? What if it was 20,000 years ago? I really am fascinated by Graham Hancock's Younger Dryas theory, because there's a lot of stuff, like geologically speaking, that lines it all up. And I think it's worthy of being like something you could speculate on and not just be automatically dismissed like, yeah, but my history teacher said that the Clovis period was where this came from, and so that's where it came from. So like for the instance of like Pan knows the story of where that came from and has probably seen the picture and it was a thing in 2010, so not that long ago. But imagine like reinterpreting, say for instance Göbekli Tepe, like It's crazy. Like, I cannot even... I look at that and I'm like, is it a zoo? Like, what is that for? Like, why are there weird pillars that were buried on purpose? And they have different pictures of animals on them. Not always animals we can identify. And then also, too, something that I find very scandalous about Göbekli Tepe is that they cemented over big portions of it and planted olive trees on other portions of it that haven't been excavated yet. And I'm like, roots are not good for things underground. And also, cement. Getting the cement away is going to damage stuff. Something weird's going on at Göbekli Tepe. That's all I can say about that. It might have just been simple greed, but it also might be like somebody's locking the information down. I don't know why they would, but it's just strange. Yeah, truth is always there. So, like, the fun and interesting thing about truth is... Oh my god, these guys are so stressful. Please don't blow me up. The funny thing about truth is you don't have to actively do anything. It just is there. It's true or it's not true. It'll turn up eventually, but sometimes I get wrapped up in, like, the injustice of having to, like, disprove lies instead of calm. Like, well... The truth is there, and that's what really matters, and it'll turn out eventually. Then I'm like, it's not fair, they're lying. It's not fair. You shouldn't lie, it's not fair. That's why I always get put in Gryffindor, if I'm being honest. Because I have, like, this... I cannot let go of a sense of justice, even when I just want to find my peace. I want to be a Hufflepuff, and instead I become, like, locked in on that's not fair, so here's what I'm gonna do. And I know I've done the questionnaire like 4 times, and I think it always comes down to, would you do this hard thing if you needed to because it was right to do, or would you go do this like safe thing that wasn't gonna hurt anyone else? And I'm always like, I guess I'm gonna do the hard thing. Some truths are better not known, like why you can't use red night. Yeah, no, I've heard that. That the first night vision goggles were red, and that all of the people that were using them were seeing like hallucinations or demons or something following them, and creatures that no one else could see except for the people that were wearing the night vision. But I've not heard if like they were seeing the same ones or everyone was seeing different stuff. It's even worse with blue. So interesting, the spectrums we don't see in, and then the way lights affect us and the ones we do see in. Citation needed? Oh gosh, I don't even know where I heard it from. Basically, it was someone talking about the history of early night vision goggles. So I think if you Google that, you'll find some stuff on that. And it might just be a rumor in the world, but I did definitely hear people talking about that, like, from several places. And casually, not like their whole conversation was based on it, so it just kind of casually got into my head, and then I forgot to look into it further. What is tetrachromatism? Is that when you only see like a certain limited amount of colors? Or do you see more? I have so many questions. I love stuff like this so much. What's the next rabbit hole I'm going to fall down? I don't count it as doom scrolling when I'm researching stuff. That's useful screen time. Oh, unless the information gets too disturbing, and then I will stop because I will not be able to process it in a timely fashion. And I've got projects to do and places to be. You're born with one more color receptor, so instead of 10,000 colors, you see 100,000 colors. Ah, I see, I see. My one color complaint is that, first of all, I hate blue light. I like legitimately just hate it so much. It makes me feel stressed out. So now I stream with a projector, and it's not ideal because it's one humongous screen and it's like kind of fuzzy because it's not crisp, but it's yellow and the light's not shining at my eyes, it's only just reflecting off the wall. And so that's really soothing to me. And then my other color complaint is every time I take a picture of something, the colors on my Android do not match the colors that I see in real life, and I'm disappointed by that. Well, if you listen to people that talk about when they first got invented and the soldiers that were using them, the stories are very interesting. But a lot of those stories get locked down, so you can't tell if they're real or if they're just something someone made up and someone took as truth, and then it kind of spread around on TikTok. Stuff spreads around so fast, it's like, especially with AI now, it's like really hard to ever know. I kind of wish like I was a really brave extroverted person and I could just like interview crazy amounts of people about random stuff. One of my favorite things used to be to watch YouTubes of like the old-timey videos that are colorized. I don't care if they're colorized or not, but like those are the ones that always came across my feed. And they basically have people from like the 1850s talking on like very, very unstable looking film situations. Sometimes it's like a very bad recording of somebody and then like a picture that maybe doesn't match them. I want to say it was like the 1880s when people started to like combine the two things together, but I'm not sure. So I might be having the dates wrong, but it's basically like when silent movies first came out, some people that were capturing history would just take film like city street scenes and stuff. And then other times it's like a phonograph record of someone talking about their life experience when there were no cars around. There was only just people with horses and buggies. So interesting. But now that there's AI, I don't think I'd ever trust them anymore. I interviewed a grandpa survived a war, so they don't tell you this, but usually they mix medicine with drugs, so probably the whole night vision might be wrong. Ah, I actually have heard that too. So like stuff to make people be like less stressed. Yeah, that's very true. Yep. Stuff to make them less using their resources for anxiety. Stuff to make them more clear-headed or less clear-headed, all kinds of mind-altering things. Yeah, performance enhancement. Less stress, more energy, no pain. Yeah. So if you think about your body as a computer, like, and it's using resources and your brain's using the most of them, if your brain is like constantly running like tab after tab after tab of anxious and stressful thoughts, like, this is what I always think about when I'm experiencing fatigue. I'm like, yeah, I gotta close some of those stress tabs. I do feel so much better today, by the way. I feel amazing right now. I'm all relaxed. I'm ready to go tackle my next project. Down here we used gunpowder and schnapps or hard liquor. Wait, they actually ingested gunpowder? I never know like what's poison or what's not, but I've never even heard of that. That's so interesting. The devil's drink. Well, that's interesting then. Maybe it's coming full circle because, like some of the things that I heard about people seeing, the things they were seeing with the red light was devils. They were seeing devils from the devil's drink. Grandpa said it made you very angry and painless. That's so interesting. It's kind of like a berserker warrior. It's very scary to think about. So yeah, and I mean like the history of American military is like they would just experiment on their soldiers. And then later on be like, no, we didn't do anything. I don't know why you're all sick. We don't owe you any money. And then people would keep fighting because obviously they can't do anything but fight in the situation. And then it would come out like, oh yeah, actually maybe somebody did. And here's your compensation. So basically the thing is, I feel like it's important to always take your experience and instincts seriously and not just trust the official record. Take care of yourselves. Keep yourselves safe. That's basically the main thing. Most people, I believe, in the world are good, but I think sometimes people climb really high into powerful places by using other people as a stepping stone to get there. And that's like a really bad combo, just in general. I don't think that's controversial. Yeah, I definitely think so, Cal. I think that's most situations throughout time. I think we're lucky to live in an era when we can discuss all this stuff, and I hope it stays that way, because even though a lot of us are a lot more stressed because of it, I do think it's important to spread the information so we can stop repeating history. Wouldn't that be amazing, to be the generation that stops repeating history? Yeah, that's so interesting. Okay, so I'm going to call the stream here though, because I have a lot of things I left unfinished. I was having a stress spiral today, and I've got to get them done, and now I got the focus and the belief in myself to do so. I'm going to raid into someone cozy, and I'll be back tomorrow. You probably have noticed that my streams have been a little shorter. I've got a lot more stuff on my plate right now that I'm trying to like get organized and fixed, and I think the shorter stream works really well for my voice. And in the future, I'm going to do a lot more random streams, and I apologize in advance about your streaks. But once I moved, I'm gonna be able to stream whenever I feel like it, not just when my dog's in a good mood. Absolutely, Pan. Give me a name. We'll head right over there. Yeah, this is not usually when I used to raid out, so I'm adding more people to my list. Thank you so much, Lely. Thank you. Okay, I'll punch that into my list. See you all around soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a super good rest of your day. Bye-bye. And thank you again, Lally, for this server. It's been so much fun to play on it.